So I left the country on 16th of January 2012. And before that, a few months before that, the whole war just dragged into my city. Um, at some point, we could not even leave the houses after 2 p.m. It was really dangerous to leave your apartment or wherever small place that you're living in after 2 p.m. Another reason why I left my country is that I was working in a field hospital, and for me, it didn't matter who I was saving. At the end of the day, I wanted to save my country people, but the government unfortunately did not see it this way. They saw that there is somebody who's defying our killing that we're doing. And for a few months, I was working with them during the night, going back to school, to teaching my kids, to live almost normal for the people who don't know me. In December, after a few months of working, as I said, in the field hospital, one day I did not spend the night or 24 hours I haven't spent at my apartment. When I came back the next morning, my neighbor was just knocking the door on me, and she just dragged me into her apartment. And I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "Well, two people last night, two from the militia. We know that they are the militia, that are the government militia. They came and knocked the door, and then when we opened the door, they asked about you by name, which is extremely dangerous." Um, I, she said, "I told them that you're not here, that you have traveled with your family, but they said no, we know she's here, and when she comes in, let her come and pay us a visit to drink a cup of coffee." Now, to drink a cup of coffee with the militia, with the government in my country means that you might go and never go out, and never see the sunlight again. I'm not gonna say what's happening in the prisons with the government because it's really horrible. So there was absolutely no chance to stay in the country. I started sending applications for visas everywhere, and there was no chance to get a visa. At the end, one of my friends in Dubai made some kind of a payment to the government, and they bought me a visa. The day that I had to leave, no one of my relatives knew. I called my grandmother, the only one who was taking care of me at that time. I called her from the airport. "Grandma, I'm leaving. That's it." I couldn't see my friends. I couldn't even pack my things. One of my friends was helping me, the only one that I trusted to tell her. She was throwing some things in a suitcase to go out. The way from my city, because I'm not from the capital, I'm not near the airport, so the way from my city to the airport was again very dangerous. At some point, our car was shot at. Thankfully, we made it. I got to the airport, and that's not the end of it. I got to the airport, and I gave my passport. Now, I knew that I'm running the danger that my name is put at the border police. If my name is with them in their records, I will never leave. Again, it's another chance of going to the prison. And for 45 minutes, I was waiting. My plane is about to leave. I was waiting for him because he was checking. And most of the reason is just because of my family name. We are known to be against the government. At the last minute, the guy from the airlines came and told them, "I need that girl for the plane to go off." And that's the only reason they did not check more. So I left the country. I survived the way out of the country, but I've never survived what happened when I was there. The memories, the things that I've seen, nightmares, you know. Uh, until now, 3 years in Sofia, 2 years before that outside of my country, so 5 years in total, I still wake up screaming at night, thinking that I'm back in the country with all the things that were happening. Um, when somebody is a refugee, it's not because they want to leave their houses. Nobody wants to leave their home and know that they will never go back. When a person is a refugee, that means they've lost everything. They've lost the chance to be normal human being functioning. And even after we leave, we're not 100% normal. Most of us, if we are taken to a psychologist, you will discover that most of us have a lot of traumas, have a lot of problems, and it never ends. It's a long, long story. It never ends. However, at the end of the day, it's a choice. Either you try to be strong or you just lose it. So I hope that I'm one of the people who try to be strong. I hope there will be more people who are trying to be strong because you don't wanna lose it all. You lost your country, you lost your identity. You don't wanna lose yourself as well.